Sugar, pleasure to have you here in Morecambe. Now, listen,
It's a pleasure to have you here in Morecambe. I'm from Morecambe here.
yeah, you know what?
But
Yeah,
go
it's
on,
true.
go on,
You know
finish
what?
the story.
I'll say that.
Finish it off.
We're stood above the gym where it all happens, where you're based, where you know what I mean. A lot of the fighters in
outside
it.
that window there, a little small little building. Right over there is where all the magic happens at.
Yeah, it's all the magic
Like the
happening.
boom boom room.
I'm not sure quite like the boom boom room, but like, let me tell you, it's amazing. It's a far cry from what you'd expect from a fight of this magnitude. It is down and dirty. It's gritty. It's where the real fighting happens. This is where the learning happens. It feels.
Listen, I'm from Kronk Boxing Gym, from Detroit.
Yeah.
Small little basement gym. That's where all the magic happened at. It doesn't matter where you train at. It's the quality of the work that you're doing to go out there and perform on a night. So yeah, you can have a big fancy gym, all the best of everything. Doesn't mean a thing.
As long as you're in there, grafting, working, open to
You
learning.
cannot have a gym. You cannot have a boxing ring. You could just be in the garage. You could be outside in the park or something. If you can get the job done, if you're creative enough to get the job done that way, then that's just what it is.
Now, I've got to talk to you about this, Cam. I'm not going to go into super detail about what's happening because I know, like I said to Spence, it's always going well. No matter what, you keep it in-house. What is it like working with Tyson? Because we spoke about Tyson being a chess master, Usyk being a chess grandmaster, and some of their best ability is their IQ.
Being a chess master and Usyk being a chess grandmaster.
No, they're both grandmasters. Don't worry, that was a Freudian slip, a slip of the tongue.
I listen to everything, but go on.
It feels like some of their best attributes are their IQ and their willingness to learn. Would you say that's the same about Tyson?
I would definitely say that. And that's what makes it interesting for me and competitive for me as it is for Tyson. Mm-hmm. If that man's supposed to be the best and he has all those attributes, then yeah, let's have at it.
Does it give you a little extra motivation, the best fight and the best in a historic event, first time in the four-belt era since 2000, since Lennox, that we're going to see an undisputed heavyweight champion? That's the kind of stuff that you dream about, that you live for as a trainer, right?
I don't think about it in that aspect. I know that's one of the big things with this fight, on his end and my end, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is to go out there and win. Go get the knockout. Find a way to get the knockout. Outthink your opponent. Do everything you're supposed to do to win the fight. That's the most exciting part of it. The other, if you go out there and do those things, the rest is going to happen naturally. You don't have to worry about and think about that stuff if you're doing this stuff here. That's Emmanuel Steward statements. Don't worry about that. Everything else will fall in place.
There's no doubt about that, and who better to listen to than the man himself? Now, have you found it hard as a coach with this fight being a bit stop-start? We've had a couple of different dates. You having to have your fighters peak and go through training camps and then come back.
Easy now. They make all these cars start-stop. Start-stop. So before, when it didn't used to be start-stop cars, it was like maybe it could have been a little more difficult. But after being familiar with start-stops, it's not so bad.
Easy. Yeah, you know what? But even with training camps, we've had so many different dates. You know what I mean? Like you got to get Tyson ready. He's peaking to a point. He's just about to finish sparring, gets cut, or the fight gets postponed. These things.
This fight, as the same as the cars, they have a override button.
Yeah. You just click the override button.
Override button was pushed.
Yeah. How'd you do that with Tyson? How'd you press the override button?
Pushed it on his own.
Yeah.
He got hands and fingers just like me. He pushed his own button. Boom. Yeah. Stayed on.
There we go. And that's the kind of stuff and that attitude and that mentality is the kind of thing that I guess you enjoy working with him.
That's right.
There we go.
Just like myself. I mean, I've stayed turned on. Listen, there it is. Just like that.
How big is this scalp for you, Usyk? They're saying that he is. People can't split them. You speak to the boxing community, people can't split them. How big is the scalp of Usyk going to be when eventually Tyson Fury gets crowned undisputed?
I'm almost unfamiliar with the word. You said
like scalp, it's to have this on your record. You know what I mean? It's like it's like a headshot. Right, there we go. That was me. I did that.
I mean, this it'll be big, just as every fight it is for me.
Yeah.
I don't treat anything any different. That way I don't fall short. I don't think that one fight is bigger than the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I do that? They all just as equal and just as important. So this one just has more, titles and more credentials involved with it, but it's still the same thing. You don't treat it no different. I don't anyway. And Tyson doesn't either. You're going to always give it your best every time you go out there. And that's just it's important. It's important for other fighters to think and to feel the same way if they could. I understand everybody has different personalities and they don't all think the same, but I mean that's a good, correct way to think. Is that they all mean the same thing. It's just a different opponent in front of you, maybe a different title, a different venue, but it's all the same. The same goal should be the same goal should be thought through and trained and processed for the same thing.
Pleasure. Listen, Sugar, words of wisdom. It's
Welcome
always.
to Markham.
Hi. Listen, I'm enjoying it, but I might have a walk around the seaside and see what's going on.